Greetings, tribe. Greetings, everyone out there. Welcome, newcomers. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. I have these alphabets here for a purpose. If you look at the beginning of my videos for the last few days, I've had the alphabets. Why do you put those alphabets, young blood? I put those alphabets because I want to see who's going to learn them. Because before we go to the next level, you have to learn the alphabets. You have to. Just like you know your ABCs, you got to know the alpha, beta, gamma, delta. That's Greek. Let's get to the Hebrew. Aleph, Bet, Gamil, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Het. Yeah, the Greek. The Hebrew alphabet, man, you're going to be amazed of finding out that this alphabet, let me give you an example. You know, like in English, you have to have a word to have a meaning. With Hebrew language, the letter has a meaning. And even the way the letters are formed and the combination of other letters all contribute to the meaning. In other words, what if you had a word, what if the letter C, if you saw the letter C, you knew it means cup? That's the example I'm trying to give you. You wouldn't need any more letters. You just had one letter that gave you a meaning of something. What I'm trying to say is this is divine language. Because nobody had to sit down and made this language up. It had to come from the Creator. Meaning men who wrote the language, they got it from on high. But you won't know that if you don't learn the alphabet. Now, it's going to take a while because these sounds are odd. When you're an English speaker, English is a totally, I don't know what to say. English is just a different language. Just like the people who speak it, they're different. Put it like that. If you wonder why the world is the way it is, I would tell you it has something to do with everybody speaking English. Why do you think all this miscommunication taking place? These great powers, because they speaking English. English is the worst language to communicate in. Because your meaning of a word is different from what the other person thinks it means. Because a word has 10 different meanings. Look in the dictionary. Correction. Dictionary has defined a word definitions, and then if you want the meaning of a word, you got to go to the etymology. The meaning don't change, but definitions change. So that's why it's important, and let's get into the main point of my video that inspired me to come here this morning, was to talk about teaching your children. As a professional licensed teacher from grades 1 through 12, I can tell you without a doubt that your children are all miseducated. Not only that, the curriculum has nothing for their spiritual growth and development. Not only that, if you raise them to be religious, to have a sense of God, to believe in Jesus, by the time they get to 9th grade, everything they've been taught goes against that. So it's teaching them not to believe. That's a fact. It's explaining away what you're supposed to have faith in. Education, teachings, explaining away. That's, remember now, this is how people were colonized. This is how you was enslaved, with being miseducated. First off, it wasn't your language. You was forced to learn the language. You was taught customs that were strange to you. In the beginning, it was strange to you. But you give a few generations, now y'all just following everything like it's yours. Women walking with their butts out, breasts out, like they invented it. No, you was taught that. The people who taught you did not have your they didn't know. Just put it like that. But you know better because your ancestors come from a line of kings. Believe it or not, you come from queens and kings, royalty. Talking to my community now. But you let little Clinton, mislead y'all. No, I'm not talking about Bill Clinton. I'm talking about a little boy I had in my class, a little deficiently melanated boy. Man, that little boy was, everybody knew how to sit down and be quiet. But he just had to cause havoc. That was just his nature. He had to cause havoc. He had to start fights. He had to pick on people. He just, I mean, this is first, second grade. Just break the peace wherever he was. So he took up most of the time when I had him. I said, Clinton. So you've been taught by these Clintons and you become like him. So learn the alphabet and we're going to go a lot further. Because it's not about a people. It's about knowing who you are. So all y'all people trying to blame somebody for your condition, that's wrong. You have to learn why you put yourself in this condition. Because these people are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Keep you down. Let me say it again. We made them do what they're doing. It's to help you raise up. If you have no adversary, you can never be a champion. But y'all don't understand what I'm saying. By and by you will, you keep coming back. I promise you, your life is going to change for the better. We're not monetized over here. We receive truth freely and we give it freely. We're not materialistic over here. We live a simple life. You can only drive one car at a time. We're respectful over here. We respect our elders. We respect them because they are our ancestors. There's no way you're going to be successful not respecting your ancestors. So with that, we're going to say, howdy, 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 hey.